Partner shaming on the internet is not a new thing, but this trend has increased over the years, especially on TikTok. I think that TikTok has made it especially easy for people to post, and people just don't expect that videos will go anywhere. They just think that friends or family will see it and nobody else will, and then they get surprised when it gains momentum in the algorithm. At first, this was what I thought the case was with many of these public shamings, but I think at this point, I don't think we can say that it is. Sometimes it does happen on accident, though. We can see this with Couch Guy, and if you don't know who that is, back in October of 2021, a TikTok girl was going to visit her long-distance boyfriend, and the video blew up and people started speculating that he cheated because he didn't react hard enough to his girlfriend showing up without a warning. There was a bunch of people all hanging out, all friends in this dorm room. From a few frames of the TikTok, people were saying that they could see his hands resting on the thigh of the girl sitting next to him. The girlfriend was defending him on social media, saying that they were still together and very happy and the internet was wrong. But people were already so against him, it was a losing fight. People ended up finding his dorm room and leaving notes, which must have been very scary, and a good reminder for young people out there that posting private information, including your neighborhood, school name, or even the front of your house, is not innocent and can be very dangerous for you. From what I can tell, they're still together and happy, but imagine everyone, even celebrities, telling you to break up with your boyfriend. It must have been very stressful.
What was that? Oh, she had his phone, the dirty dog. That moment should look more like this. Only those two are siblings, which is odd. But you two should swap energies.
I used to get more of these videos, but I was reminded of these when I saw the video that kind of inspired this whole video I'm making. For some reason, men either refuse to clean around the house because they don't think they should have to, or they don't think they make a big mess. And when they do actually help clean, there's this thing called weaponized incompetence where they'll do the job bad in order to reforce their wife to do all of the work and do it actually correctly, which is a form of manipulation. Many wives in protest of this unfair splitting of chores, because remind you, they still also have to work full-time jobs, and cleaning is also being a full-time job, as well as being a parent, you know? They started leaving the cleaning to just kind of pile up, kind of showing how much work they do actually have to put in. A lot of these videos that do leave TikTok mom talk end up getting comments like leave him or dump him, which I don't fully disagree with. The only one that did actually follow this advice was a woman who every night her husband and his dad would leave renovation projects out in the house, expecting her to clean it up just for the cycle to repeat. She finally stood up for herself and divorced him. Good riddance, I guess. Situations like that are the extreme, and many of these relationships you see are just the tip of the iceberg as far as marital spats goes. There is normally a deeper reason, and this is just the boiling over point for them. This category that the Couch Guy could also fall under, but I would say that they are more purposeful. These are women who post their boyfriends in the knowledge that they will get at least some hate. The most recent would probably be Tennis Boyfriend. She added sad music over a video of her having to watch her boyfriend, who invited her to play tennis, refuse to play with her, and she's dressed for it. She has a racket, but he just won't let her play. In a pinned comment, she is saying that she's a good player, but he just didn't want to hit the ball hard at her, which is such BS. I get wanting to play a full game or two with someone who you view as more on your level in order to be competitive, but you don't hit the tennis ball at your opponent. He just didn't want to play with her and wasted her time and made her sad. She tried to stand up for him, but the video just put him in such a bad light that there's really no coming back from that. If we were to give him the benefit of a doubt, maybe he just wanted her there for moral support, but if that's the case, he should have made that clear before, and he could have at least played one game with her after he was done, if it was all a miscommunication thing. There is also a subcategory of this section, I think, that's I refuse to dance with my girlfriend. If you just look up boyfriend refusing to dance, there are a lot of these videos, but there is one in particular I can no longer find. The girl set the camera in what looks like New York and tried to get her boyfriend to spin her around, but he refused and she looked devastated. People in the comments were telling her that she deserves better, but she defended him, saying that they were in a long distance relationship and that he's not normally like that. He's normally a sweetheart. I'm sorry, but spinning your girlfriend is literally a bare minimum low effort dance move, and he couldn't even do that for her. I don't get how none of these men see how sad their partners are after. But Lindsay, you might be saying, what about the men who shame their partners? They do it. Don't get me wrong. It's just slightly different. All the ones I've seen tend to be a bit more mean-spirited in nature and tend to do it on purpose to shame their wife or girlfriend for doing perfectly normal things, and it normally backfires on them when people tell them that they are in the wrong for doing it. For example, this one man refusing to dance with his partner and posting what he deemed to be her bad dancing for everyone to laugh at with him. I'm glad most of the comments are telling him that if he doesn't dance with her, someone else will, because yeah, that's what happens when you shame your partner online. They might start dancing without you. So I kind of tried to understand my whole feelings about this while I wrote, and I don't think I'm for dragging your partner to the town center for their public lashing, which tends to happen, but I can get where many of these women probably feel like they don't have power in their relationship or life, and so they use their online clout or influence to maybe gain some of that back. Maybe they treat online spaces like a journal and they don't intend for their reach to go as far. There is an account on TikTok that kind of curates and looks at these different people who post these videos, and kind of critiques the way that they handle the situation. And while I think it is important to tell people about the ramifications and the problem with partner shaming in like a therapy and couples counseling way, I don't think that it talks enough about the reasons behind it. I think it's very surface level, and I just wish that it was acknowledged a little more that there are bigger reasons why these kinds of videos tend to resonate with people who aren't in the relationship. You know, the people who are saying like, dump him, leave him, I was so much happier when I got out of that kind of relationship. Because like I said, I think it's a bigger systemic issue that is just kind of the blowing over part of the whole problems that are buried deep down, and people just don't feel like they can or should talk about it, which I think can cause greater issues. I think that people, especially younger people like me, need to remember that the internet is forever, and you can't control where the content or the narrative that you post goes. You should think before posting, because these kinds of content could severely hurt your relationship. Trust or privacy is broken, feelings get hurt. This is the behavior of people that are struggling, who might need somewhere to vent, and they feel like they don't have that. Hurt people hurt people. Whatever the case is, go to therapy. I am working on another video that is hopefully gonna come out soon. Unfortunately, Copyright Jail has it at the moment, so I'm trying to edit out all of the clips that I used, but hopefully that will be out soon. Other than that, I hope you have a nice day. Go to therapy. Bye!